Hey guys, welcome back to Cookie and Screams. Today we're going to be playing around with another of Jason's perks, trying to make a bit of a build happen there. I probably won't do the third perk from Jason, because I really don't think it synergizes all that well with Sadako, but I think this one we can give it a bit of a go. So, without any further ado, let's get into the build. Our first perk today is going to be another one of Jason's. It's going to be Rampage. This is one whenever you basic break a pallet or break a wall, you earn a token up to 13, and then whenever you get blinded or pallet stunned for the next 13 seconds, you gain 1% haste for each token. And it has a 20-second cooldown. Now, the unfortunate thing about this is that it does require a basic break, which means it's not going to work with things like Dissolution or Spirit Fury. So I'm not going that route with the build. I'm going to do something slightly different. So our second perk is Enduring. This makes sense if we're going to be bulldozing through pallets and eating the stun. This will make them 50% shorter. Our third perk is going to be Hex 2 Can Play. This is a hex from Chucky. This will require you to get stunned or blinded twice, and then a dull totem will ignite into a hex totem, and then from then on, whenever you get blinded or stunned by a survivor, as long as that you're not carrying them on your shoulder, so it doesn't work on stuff like Decisive Strike or Power Struggle, but it does work on the other survivors if they get a flashlight save, or more importantly for us, if they get a pallet stun on us, then they also get blinded for 1.5 seconds. Our final perk, we're going with Zanshin Tactics for the first game. This says that we can see windows and pallets within 32 meters, a bit like Windows of Opportunity for survivors. And whenever a survivor drops a pallet, you get to see their aura for 5 seconds. This is quite nice and works. So the idea is that we're going to walk into a pallet, get stunned, and then we'll recover nice and quickly. They'll be blinded with 2 Can Play, and we can follow them up with Zanshin Tactics so we can track them down and see their aura. And we'll have some nice haste from Rampage. For the second game, we're actually going to be switching it slightly. We're going to switch over to Knockout. So instead of seeing the aura, what this perk does from the Cannibal, Bubba, says that whenever a survivor drops a pallet, then the perk activates for 6 seconds, and then if they move away from that pallet, they gain a 5% hindered for 5 seconds. So this one is going to be slightly different. So this one, we're going to stack our haste from Rampage with a hinder from Knockout, and hopefully catch the survivor up nice and quickly. For our add-ons, we're going to be going with Bloody Fingernails. Once again, one of Sadako's best add-ons, and this can be quite good for catching up with survivors if you use it aggressively in chase. And this is going to be a bit more of a chase build than you might usually do on Sadako. Our other add-on, we're going to go with the videotape copy. This increases the range at which survivors gain condemned by 2 meters. This build has no slowdown in it, so we're going to be using our condemnation as sort of a passive slowdown, as some passive pressure in the game. So we're not necessarily going for condemnation kills. We're just hoping to keep the survivors occupied by constantly going for tapes and stuff rather than doing generators. And if they don't, then hopefully we might be able to get a condemnation kill if they do decide to focus on generators. That's the sort of pressure that we can apply, but it's not going to be our main game plan. So the idea with this build, and why I think it might work quite nicely on Sadako, is that in the early game, we can chase people down while demanifested, and we can actually avoid getting pallet stunned and losing too many things by staying demanifested. We can maybe get a few hits, get some pressure out, and then whenever we're not in chase, we can go and go kick some pallets and gain our rampage stacks. Then, once we have a few stacks, we can then start just bulldozing through pallets while manifested, tank the hits with enduring, and use the movement speed from Rampage, the blind from Two Can Play, and then either the hinder from Knockout or the aura read from Zanshin Tactics to catch up with the survivors and hopefully get the down. So that is the build. Let's get into the first game. Okay, and our first game is on Toba Landing. We spawned over here. I mean, survivors probably spawned over there. So we're going to quickly make our way this direction. Yep, there we are. Oh. Stevie Boy is AFK a little bit. Damn it. Oh, he's failing his flashlight. Let's start getting some condemnation out. Lois, how's it going? Oh, up on that generator in the middle. Don't particularly mind about that one, it's a bit of a pain to get to. Hey, there's our first blind, our first stack of Two Can Play. Now, got a window here, but not much else, so... Is that live? No. It's dead. I think he was the only one with a flashlight this game. I can't tell from that screen. I always forget what I can and can't see from that screen compared to survivors. Now, I know that they were on that main gen. One quite nice thing about Toba is you quite often get this TV and that TV, which is a lot of pressure on this middle section of the map. And it means we can do something fun like this, where we can come down here now and hopefully hit him again. I think it might have done. Let's see if we can... Oh, he's just running edge map. Okay. Well, we just cut that off, so... Look at that. He should have some nice condemnation to lock in. Nice up here. Ah, there we are. I knew they'd be around here somewhere. Let's spring burst? Yeah. Let's not bother. Should be able to get this pallet down. Or we just run through. We swing at this one. She doesn't drop. Yeah, we're going to use this early game to hopefully get some pallets out. She's probably going to drop this one. I mean, if she's going to camp it, then we just get that. That works. I hear them working on that gen up there. That TV should be on by this point, so we can get some more condemnation out there. We'll hit this. Oh no. Aha! Yeah. I did hear him working on that. I couldn't remember whether I kicked it or not. I saw the sparks and thought it was still regressing, but it's not. It was him repairing. We're going to hit this over here and hopefully catch some people. Ooh, scratch marks. Ah, somebody turning their TV off. Like I said, we're not hugely concerned. Is that live? No. I think we have enough stacks now that we can just start bulldozing those, so... Plus I want to get my Two Can Play active at this point. We're going to head over here. Yep, they're working on that. Nope. He was working on it. But that means we know he doesn't have any perks like Decisive strike. We got caught in the plant, and we get that. And like I said, I'm pretty sure he's the only one with the flashlight, so we'll face the wall just in case, but we shouldn't have to worry about a save. So we will go and put him right on there. Now we have a survivor on death hook, which is always nice. And we're going to quickly head over here, because like I said, I was assuming somebody's going to be over here doing a tape run. Yep. Hey, Stevie Boy. Yeah. See if we can catch him out a little doing this. See if we can get him to go to a pallet instead. If you don't like, or if you don't have Two Can Play or Zanchin, then you could always run something like Bamboozle to block these windows and force survivors to go to pallets. You could also run something like Brutal Strength or Fire Up to make these pickups and vaults a little bit quicker, or in the case of Brutal Strength, the pallet kicks a little bit quicker. But I wanted to try and make the most use out of Rampage, so we went with this. Oh, somebody there, I just saw their shadow. Oh, and it's our death hook survivor. So he's going to be doing a lot of pallet dropping. Just going to break that. That's finesse down, which is good. There's the lithe. Let's see if we can catch him out on that. Oh, there goes our hex. Bit of a shame. There's the finesse. I tell a lie. Ace does have a flashlight. Fun thing is, we're Sadako, so no body blocks. And she's got a tape, which means she can't flashlight save us either. Yeah. The other nice thing about Sadako is that if a survivor's carrying a tape, they can't use any of their items. They can't use medkits, they can't use toolboxes, and most importantly, in that situation, they can't use flashlights. Where did she go? We're going to hit some condemnation here. That's fully regressed. Okay, that's the person we just chased off. Oh, no, hi Steve. We do kind of want to kick this, get it regressing. Right, there's her over there. Yeah, I was going to say, I think that with videotape copy, I think we catch that. She's here. There's the sprint burst, but she doesn't really have anything to play on here, so we're just going to swing into that pallet, try and bulldoze it. And that's enduring. That's not even a Sadako thing. That's just an enduring thing. Oh, but we don't have a hook here, because we just used it. I'm going to use this one instead. A bit further away than I'd like. Oh, hey Steve, how's it going? You're also on death hook. But I want to go kick this pallet, so... Because I want to get this regressing, and I want to get this pallet down and get us another stack. A little bit out of our way. There's the unhook, so now we can go for that. Hello, hello, I'm not interested in you, I'm interested in the death hook survivor. We'll just take that. We'll do manifest because it looks like they might be trying to do some body blocking. We'll try to shepherd him in the other direction. He has lithe, if I remember correctly, so we'll just catch up to him using this. There he is. Hello, sir. And we'll use that lovely, lovely speed from Rampage and the blindness from Two Can Play. And that is another survivor out of the game. Now we've got two survivors left. One of them's on death hook. And is it you? It's you, I believe. We'll just take this. We have, however, chewed through most of the pallets on the map at this point. Apart from that one that Steve just dropped on us, so we will quickly make our way this way. Ah. I got caught. And we'll break this. That's okay. Because she gets blinded with 2 can play, and we get 9% haste. She doesn't even have Champion of Light to counter it. Now, it is on cooldown, so we're just going to demanifest to go through this pallet. That way we can avoid the stun. Once again. Got a little bit lost there. But we can just kind of run this down at this point. Maybe we can get a stun us again. I know you don't have live, so... There we go. Pick you up. And that will guarantee the 3k. And then it's just a matter of finding the other near before she finds Hatch. Oh, and now I know where she is. We may as well see if it's here. We can always teleport after her. We know she's in that direction. She's probably going to make her way around there. If I put my terror radius over here, so... Oh, I think I hear it. I do... And now it's just gate patrol time. Gates on Toba Landing, always a bit of a pain. We've got a TB there and a TB there, but obviously if we use them, then they go on cooldown, so... Nope. So we'll quickly head back over here. She did actually get caught by that condemnation, which means she could be anywhere basically on this map. We're going to go check out this one. No, but I thought I heard something. She did also get caught by the condemnation. So what we're actually going to do is we're just going to... Oh, no, she didn't get caught by that one, so she's now in a dead zone. Which means she's either by this gate over here, because I believe this TV just turned back on. Oh, she got caught by that. She didn't get caught by that one, so yeah, she's over by that gate over there, I believe. No, interesting. Clearly moving around the map. But if we catch her with enough condemnation, she got caught by that one. She might just be hiding edge map. Oh, there she is. There she is. Just following the scratch marks. And the DC. Classic. Fantastic. And our second game is on Temple of Purgation. Or Purgation? I don't know. I say Purgation. Like I said, we've swapped out Zanshin Tactics for Knockout. We'll see whether we can make some use out of that Hindered, and whether we'll miss having that Aura Reveal. Scratch marks. Survivor here? Ah, they went up. No? Interesting. Started walking. I assume they spawned. Yeah, got movement here. Immediately take this. Get that. And we'll just take the pallet rope. There's another survivor there. Interesting. Hello, sir. Get some more injuries out. We're just looking for some passive slowdown. They turned that TV off as well. So we know, like I said, we knew somebody was over here. Ah, 2 people here. Oh no, it's our Meg friend again. Hello, Meg friend. Ah, couldn't quite get under the pallet in time. Gonna say, I'm assuming he's going to have come back to this gen. We know these are the 2 gens they're working on, so we will try and get some pressure on those. Let's see if we can get Shack Pallet out of the way. Try and catch him out with the bloody fingernail speed boost. Yeah, there we go. And we can get some basement value since we're here. Didn't get Shack Pallet down, which is a bit of a shame. And we did turn off the TV here, so we're not likely going to fracture the rescue. We'll just head our way back over here and pressure these 2 gens that we know have been moving. Bloody fingernails. Lovely jubbly, getting that hit. Oh, now we have 3 survivors over here, which is always fun. Oh, all 4 survivors. I mean, I will take all of the hits. Not entirely sure why I did that. Probably has decisive. Or is relying on his teammates. By the way, let's see if he's got DS. Yep, there's the DS. Doesn't get reduced by enduring, but we will take it nonetheless. We'll just walk through that pallet. Nice dead hard. That's another fun thing. For some reason, survivors will just dead hard your manifestation. Now we know Yunjin had a flashlight, so we do have to be careful about that, but we know last time we saw her she was over there. So, don't have to worry. That gen's still regressing. We will quickly head over here, because I'm pretty sure I heard this gen moving. Yeah, I had a bit of movement on this one. Let's get that regressing. And head back over here. Nope, nothing there. They didn't turn the TV off before rescuing, so we can come back here and pressure the rescue. Oh. And we have got a fully condemned Megan here. So, get the hit. Looks like that might be her TV there, so we might actually be able to cut her off from it. Nope. Oh. And this is another big thing survivors will do a lot, is they will try and body block. But that is one survivor out of the game, nice and quickly. This is the passive pressure that I was talking about. Sadako can just generate that. I'm not particularly interested in dealing with the near. I'm more interested in finding where their generator progress is. They've all just taken tapes. Looks like, oh, here we are. There's everyone. You'll do. I mean, he's on death hook though, so we could have gone for him, just get another survivor out of the game. But I'll chase her. She was in a slightly worse position. I'll take that. There's the hinder. Probably should have left that pallet. We can go break it later. But we will just run her down. They killed my totem. Once again, we don't typically mind about Toucan Play going down. Like, it only takes 2 stuns to reactivate, and we can reactivate it, and it's just more time than they're spending not doing generators. Just a little bit more passive slowdown. Looks like this TV's been turned off, so we're going to go and check on this gen. Yep. Hello, Meggles. We'll get a nice hit on you there. Okay, now we know where all the survivors are. We've got one here, and they're probably going to reset there. Let's see if we can get some pressure out. Oh, yep. Getting some nice hits on those. And once again, like I said, he's on death hook, so take that. Take that, and then use our lovely haste. He should be hindered. Oh, I got caught on the locker. That should be okay. We will take this, get ourselves another stack, and we'll head back over to this gen because we know this one's been moving. We've already taken out Hatch, Shack Hatch. We've already taken out Shack Pallet earlier, so we can just swing our way through that. Get another basement hook, and we'll go check up over here. No movement here. There was some movement over here. I want to go kick that gen. They're probably going to... Oh, I was going to say, they're probably going to take some time to reset, but I guess they didn't, so take that. She's looking behind her. Does that mean you have DS? Or DH? I'm not even manifested! I'm not going to take the decisive. Actually, you know what? I don't care. I'm doing well enough in this game. Do you got DS? No, no DS. Yeah, survivors have such little experience with Sadako that they will quite often just dead hard while you're demanifested. Now they just reset, and they were over here. Yeah, there's the scratch marks. So quick check on this gen. Didn't catch anyone with the condemnation, which means they're probably someone down here. Yeah. Hello, Yunjin. Nice sprint. I was gonna say, she was walking like she had sprint burst, but maybe she didn't get it completely 99? Interesting. We should be able to catch her with this condemnation. And yeah, we'll chase her back into the map. Should be able to tag her with this one as well. Yep. And there we are. We can just run around this. Oh, nice dead hard. She actually hit it. Let's see if we can attack this hit. We want to run her. Oh no, she's not even. Oh, have we got? Let's swing into this pallet. There we go. And then she'll get hindered. We get our move speed plus bloodlust. Oh, I ended up following his scratch marks instead of hers. Whoops. Well, we will go take our stacks then. Oh, there is someone here. I'm gonna say, that gem was definitely moving faster than it was when I was last here. Hang on a second. Oh wait, no. This is the one I'm talking about. Right, we'll get our stacks up. There should have been another pallet over here somewhere. There it is. Now we're on 8 stacks, so now we get 8% haste whenever we get stunned. And she's here. She's still trying to 99 her sprint burst. Let's see if we can catch her on this. There we go. They got a gen done, but like I said, I'm not particularly fussed. Let's see if we can get another stun on this pallet here. There we go. I know pretty much none of the other gens have any progress besides that one downstairs in main. We do have a hook here. There it is. And if they want to spend time cleansing that totem, that's fine. We're going to go over here because that gives us easier access to this hole. Oh, no, no progress here. Okay. Well, it looks like they've... No. Aha! There's the progress. Bloody fingernails, giving us that nice long lunge. Actually, we want to be demanifested. We want to be manifested. We want to see if we can tank some stuns. He's just... There's the dead hard. I should have waited. That was the most obvious dead hard. Okay. But now... Either he leaves and gets hindered by knockout, or he stays and we get the kill. He stayed, therefore we got the hit. And we got ourselves 9 stacks of this perk now. Right. I do want to go and kick this gen, because it was moving a little bit faster than I'd like. But we got 2 survivors, both on death hook. I just saw a bird fly up over here. This TV's just turned on, so we'll see if we can catch anyone here. Yunjin just took a take. Did she take one from... Where did she take one from? We just used that one, so she must take one from around here somewhere. She's not working on that gen though. Don't see any movement on this gen. Ah, they finished that gen. Oh yes, that TV turned back on. I wasn't paying attention. Why did they double it? Oh no, she just wanted to hop on a totem. Get the hit. Then we just bulldoze this pallet. We want to be chasing this way, really. Cool. Break this. She gets hindered with knockout. There's the stun. And we take our haste. And that's a nice fast down. Right. You can go on that hook. Don't think they brought... Nope, they didn't bring any offerings. Oh. Sounds are broken. There we go. I guess it's just a hatch race. Oh, she hasn't found it yet. Now I know it's not here because I already TP'd and went this direction, so... Yeah, dead hard, because of course. Nah. That's my bad, I should have seen the dead hard coming, because everybody in this game has dead hard nowadays. But that was our second game. I actually don't think there's much between those two. The auras are very useful, but the hindered from knockout was also very useful. So, feel free to pick which one of those you like, or, like I said, you can also swap that out for something like Brutal Strength, or Fire Up if you want to break those pallets a little bit quicker. You could also run Jason's other perk, the Hex that activates after you hook 3 survivors, and then whenever you break a pallet in Chase, it gives everyone in range hindered 3 seconds, 13 seconds, sorry. I think that's what it does. It gives survivors hindered in range. The problem with that is that you have to break the pallets in Chase, which I did do a few times, but I also did quite a lot of pallet breaking outside of Chase to get the stacks up. And of course, if you're doing that, then you're not getting value out of the perk. So you could run a slightly different build of this, where maybe you swap out Toucan Play and the other perk, Zanshin or Knockout, for the Hex perk and something like Brutal Strength, so you can break the pallets quicker in chase. I did a build a little bit like that on Jason when he first came out. And that was the build for today. Like I said, I think it worked quite well, and Sadako has that unique ability of being able to avoid pallet stuns, well, demanifested, so you can sort of avoid the downsides of the perk by not having to deal with it early game, because you can just avoid the stuns, and then in the late game, once you've broken a few pallets, you can start using that pressure to chase off survivors and get some nice quick downs. Like I said, I'm probably not going to do a video with Hex Scared to Death. I don't think it fits very well with Sadako's playstyle. She's very much a hit and run killer. She's not particularly good in chase, especially if you have to stop and break pallets. Like I said, you could run a variant of this build, focusing less on getting stunned and more about breaking the pallets in chase. You could run this and Brutal Strength. But I don't think that would be particularly good on Sadako, maybe on a different killer. But yes, that was our video today on trying to get some value out of Rampage. Not particularly my usual way of playing Sadako. Usually much more on the condemnation, but we got a condemnation kill. Like I said, that video copy does give just that little bit of extra condemnation pressure out, and we managed to get that Mori in the last game because the survivors weren't dealing with their condemnation. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to give it a like. If you like the build and maybe you're going to try it out in your games, or if you have any questions or suggestions or requests, please leave them down in the comments. I will see you in the next video. I've also made some changes. You may have been able to tell I've made some changes to my microphone settings to hopefully make it slightly better. So if you can, please let me know if that's any good down in the comments as well. I'm trying to get this is my first time doing this, so I'm trying to get my setup all good to go, and I would love your feedback as to if there's anything that needs to be changed, if I'm a bit quiet, or if the game's too loud, or anything like that. So please let me know, and until next time, sweet screams.